If you've ever been confused about which sewing machine needle to use, you're not alone. There are lots of needles out there, but today we're focusing on single needles. I've got a separate video if you want to learn about the twin and triple variety. In this video, I'll walk you through the anatomy of a needle, explain the different types and what they're used for, show you how to choose the right size, and share a few simple tips and common mistakes to instantly improve your sewing results. This video is based on the Schmetz needle range. Every brand can vary slightly, so it's always worth checking the manufacturer's recommendations for your specific machine and project. If you'd like to explore the range or pick up any of these needles, I've linked them in the description below. Before choosing the right needle, it helps to understand the different parts. Firstly, the butt, the top of the needle. The shank, this includes a rounded and a flat side, which helps position the needle correctly. The needle size, engraved on the needle. In this case, the needle size again, and the needle type, colour-coded by Schmetz. The blade, the main body of the needle. The long groove, guides the thread. The scarf, helps the hook catch the thread. The eye, where the thread passes through. And lastly, the point and tip, which pierce through the fabric. A universal needle has a slightly rounded point, which is the standard point shape. It's available in the widest range of sizes, making it a great all-rounder. Ideal for use on woven fabrics such as poplin, polycotton and crepe. A ballpoint or jersey needle has a medium ballpoint that slides between the loops of knitted fabrics instead of cutting them, helping to prevent damage and skip stitches. Ideal for knit fabrics such as jersey, French terry and sweatshirt. A denim or jeans needle has a medium ball point and a strong shaft to help penetrate dense materials without bending or breaking. Ideal for strong, thick, rigid woven fabrics such as denim, canvas and oilskin. A leather needle is available in two different point types, both designed to cut through material rather than push between fibres. The first is a twist point, which creates decorative angled stitches. The second is a half triangular point, which is used for straight stitches. Ideal for tough materials such as real and faux leather, suede and vinyl. Leather needles leave permanent holes, so avoid unpicking stitches and plan carefully before sewing. A stretch needle has a medium pull point with a specially designed eye and scarf to reduce skip stitches when fabric stretches under the needle. Ideal for highly elastic fabrics such as activewear, fleece and scuba. A sharp or Microtex needle has a slim, acute point that pierces fabric cleanly, producing neat, precise stitches without puckering. Ideal for very fine or tightly woven fabrics such as silk, chiffon and sequin. An embroidery needle has a medium ball point, a larger eye and a wider groove to support thicker threads and reduce friction and thread breakage. Ideal for decorative stitching and embroidery on fabrics. A Topstitch needle has a slightly rounded point and an extra long eye to support thicker or multiple threads, creating visible, neat stitches. Ideal for top stitching and decorative stitching on fabrics. A quilting needle has a slim, slightly rounded point designed to pass smoothly through multiple layers without damaging the fabric. Ideal for patchwork, quilting and sewing layered projects. A metallic needle has a slightly rounded point and a long needle eye. Ideal for working with thicker threads, especially metallic threads. A wing or hemstitch needle has a unique shaped point with a wing-like widened blade that pushes the fabric to the side. Ideal for decorative seams and hemstitching in loosely woven fabrics such as linen and muslin. Needles come in both European and American sizing, which is why you'll usually see two numbers on the packet. For example, an 80-12 needle means 80 is the European size and 12 is the American size. This chart will help you choose the right needle size for your fabric. Size 60 or 8 is for extra light fabrics, around 0 to 49 GSM, like this organza. Size 65 or 9 is for very light fabrics, around 50 to 99 GSM, like this voile. Size 70 or 10 is for light fabrics, around 100 to 149 GSM, like this challis. Size 75 or 11 is for light to medium fabrics, around 150 to 199 GSM, like this flannel. Size 80 or 12 is for medium fabrics, around 200 to 249 GSM, like this velvet. Size 90 or 14 is for medium to heavy fabrics, around 250 to 349 GSM, like this corduroy. Size 100 or 16 is for heavy fabrics, around 350 to 449 GSM, like this coating. Size 110 or 18 is for very heavy fabrics, around 450 to 549 GSM, like this oilskin. Size 120 or 20 is for extra heavy fabrics, around 550 plus GSM, like this leather. Match your needle type to your fabric and your purpose. This is one of the easiest ways to improve your stitch quality. If you're unsure, a universal needle is a good place to start, but switching to a specific needle will usually give you a better result. Also, pay attention to needle size. Remember that finer fabrics need finer needles and thicker fabrics need thicker ones. If you sew regularly, it's really helpful to buy needle packs in a single size rather than mixed packs. That way it's much easier to keep track of what you have and you won't run out mid-project. Using a universal needle for every project. While it's versatile, it won't always give you the best results. Choosing the wrong needle size, which can cause puckering or damage. Ignoring signs like skip stitches or thread breakage, and continuing to sew with a worn or damaged needle. And that's your explanation of sewing machine needles. For more sewing Bexpertise, I've linked helpful videos in the description below. Please don't forget to subscribe, and as always, happy sewing!